Welcome, everybody, to the official live and direct FTBL Man United End of Season Awards. I'm your ceremony host, Lyes today with my correspondent, Culturecams. We're here to provide to you guys some awards that we came up with for certain players. Some of them are going to be good. Some of them they might not want to take home to the families and hang them up in the trophy cabinet. But we will be talking all things United throughout their season. It looks, without jinxing anything, that they are going to be making the top four. God forbid a massive collapse happens in the last two games, but they do only need 1 point from the last two games. Without further ado, though, Cam, how are you today?
All good, man. All good, bro. Like, ready for this season to end. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm ready for this season to end. It's been a long one. We've been doing the World Cup. We've been doing all sorts. So, listen, let's get top four secured as well. We're both going to Old Trafford for the Chelsea game. So, yeah, man. Let's hopefully we get there. We see United secure top four, and then we move on to the FA Cup final, bro. The FA Cup final to try and stop the treble. So that's what we're on at the moment. So listen, it's funny, it's exciting times. Listen, let's just get the top four done. I still just have a little bit of like, oh, are we gonna do it? Because you know how Manchester United are, bro. So yeah, man, let's get into this one though, man. Players of the season. We're gonna do player of the season. We're gonna do young player of the season. We're gonna do funniest moment of the season, worst moment of the season, flipping signing of the season. There's so many, and also people, you guys, write in the comments. Write in the comments what you want us to award as well, if we've forgotten any. So yeah, man, let's get into this, man. Let's get into it.
Which one do you want to start with? Because I think at the normal award ceremonies, they give the biggest one last, right? But do you kind of want to just get off right off the bat with that one?
I don't
How
know,
would you set it up? What are you thinking?
Hey, that was a good question. I don't really know, bro. I'm not really the organizer, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talent. I'm just talent. I'm
You're
not.
just the pretty face. I'm the one that has to organize on this.
That's your job, man.
Let's leave player of the season towards the end because that's the most glamorous one. Let's talk about incomings. Let's talk about signing of the season. Now, there
Okay.
have been quite a few this season. Some good, some bad. I'll read you the nominations. Of course, there is Casemiro. There's Tyrell Malacia. There's Lisandro Martinez. There's Anthony. There is Jack Butland. There's Wout Weghorst. And there is Marcel Sabitzer. Now, out of all those names, Cam, there's a few contenders, but who is the one for you that should be named signing of the season for Man United this year?
Between the signings that we've made so far, it's a tough one between. You forgot Ericsson's name, I think.
Oh,
But
Christian Eriksen. My fault.
it's a tough one between. For me, it has to be between two people. It has to be between Casemiro and it has to be between Lisandro Martinez. And this is a tough one for me because I think performance-wise, I think they've both been very good. Casemiro did have a little bit of a dip off. Both improved our defense, which that represents by our clean sheets. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I love I love Casemiro, but I'm gonna go with Lisandro. I'm gonna go with Lisandro, and the reason why I'm gonna go with Lisandro is because of the suspension, the disciplinary record of Casemiro. I think the disciplinary it also didn't mess him up. It didn't only just mess him up; it messed up the team as well. We dropped some valuable points without Casemiro. So I've got to say, Lisandro. He's been ever present. Obviously, he got this big injury now, but when he was there, he was a warrior. Whoever he played alongside, whether it was Harry Maguire on the right side, Lindelof, Varane, Lisandro was always there. Putting his foot in. Also, so key to us building up. And you see that now. The impact of him being out of the team in terms of our build-up's never been great. Let's not get it twisted, but it's even worse now. So I think Lissandro has been the one that's come in and, you know what I mean, like really stamped his authority into the team. So obviously Casemiro did at the same time, but the suspensions, it's just hard. You know what I mean? You've missed 8 games this season. He's going to miss the start of the Champions League next season because he got booked again. So I'm not saying that it's necessarily his fault all the time, but listen, when you miss them key periods, and then as I said, when he came back, until about the last 2 weeks where I think it's improved, he came back and he just never really looked in the rhythm, bro. Never looked in the rhythm. So I gotta go. I gotta go, Lisandro Martinez. What about you?
Just to echo kind of your thoughts on Casemiro, I think if you had done this midway through the season, probably the
It was Nero.
I think it could have been Casemiro, man. I still think it would have been between the two of them because let's not get it twisted. Lissandro was balling out too, but Casemiro, man, I think it's very easy, like you said, because of the suspensions and because since really the Cup final, he hasn't been the same player that he was before that. People have started kind of rewriting Casemiro's season and that, he's just still a guy that United might not be able to have in the future if they want to be good on the ball. And this is the real Casemiro. Let's get it absolutely correct, guys. Casemiro, his influence on United's team, at one point we were saying outside of Haaland, this is the signing of the season, period, not just for Man United. Man United's issue, some might even say even before Michael Carrick, some might even hint all the way back to Roy Keane, was that in the middle of the pitch, they didn't really have a dog in there, like a guy that could really hold himself and the rest of the guys around him accountable, that when the rest of the team was kind of slumping, shoulders down, maybe not even good enough, flat out like that, he could really pick up the tempo, pick up the pace, and pick up their heads and pick up the performances. Casemiro, for a few months, honestly, was doing everything in that midfield. I think the perception of Casemiro before the season was really like he's the destroyer, he's the grit next to Modric and Kroos's guile. He's really just the enforcer. But this season, Casemiro showed us for so many months a different side to his game where he was literally doing all 3 phases of midfield at a high level for United. He was breaking up play, winning the ball back, starting attacks himself, and sometimes even getting on the end of it. So I think it's very important that we realize how influential Casemiro has been to our season. But alas, like Cam said, the reality is that the suspensions and the dip in form recently has come. You can't escape it. And Lissandro, bro, I'll say this, right? I think Lissandro, all things considered, is probably the best signing United have made since Van Persie. Because I think you take into account age, price, value that he's given you so far. The guy is absolutely outrageous. I've never seen, bro, a defender. I've never seen, period, a defender as good on the ball overall in terms of dribbling out from the back, splitting lines, all that stuff as this guy, bro. He looks like a defensive.
I don't know about that. That's a bit too far.
I think purely with the ball at his feet, bro, it seems like it's like you put a midfielder in defense. Now, is he as good overall a defender as other guys? I don't think so. But, bro, it's like literally playing a midfielder back there. And you mentioned the build-up. Bro, since he's left this team, United struggle really to pass the ball 3-4 times out from the back, bro. We're going long so many times because this guy's been out. When he went down against Sevilla, bro, it was like a bullet through my chest. So he's my favorite player at the club. Maybe you guys can see that, how biased I am towards him.
Yeah, you're a bit.
The signing of the season. I'm absolutely in love with the guy, bro. I love him.
I agree. I love Lissandro as well, but you're a little bit gassed there. Still, I don't think I have seen people that are levels or potentially. You can even say potentially better in that position on the ball. So I do agree. He's fantastic with the ball at his feet. And the thing that I like about him, if you had said like somebody that matches pure defending with ball playing skills, then I would agree. Because the way he is like a pure defender, but then he also has that cuteness on the ball, that calmness that you don't really see. Like he's like, you know, how Vidic was, but he wants to play as well. And you know what I mean? Imagine if Vidic was popping the ball about left, right, and center all the time. It'll be flipping out. It'll be the best player ever. You know what I'm trying to say? So I can hear that, but I do think that on the ball, there has been some ballers, bro. Let's not sleep though.
I think he's right up there, bro. Honestly,
there's been some ballers, bro.
What do you think his weaknesses on the ball really are, bro? I think he's at such a high level.
He has many. No, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that he's got weaknesses. I'm just saying people are saying name some. There's John Stones. There was Hummels back in the day. There was PK. There's Rio Ferdinand.
So here's the thing.
guys,
Cam,
let's like,
I hear these guys,
you know what I'm saying?
Hummels, Boateng, Bonucci, even David Luiz. In terms of like long
Yeah.
passes, in terms of passing in general, yeah, they're up there, bro. You could say in terms of like long balls, they're better than Lissandro. But when I say on the
Mhm.
ball, I mean even carrying the ball from the back, beating the press himself, splitting lines on the ground. I think he does all of that stuff to such a high level that combined with everything on the ball associated with being a defender, I think I can't think of many, if any, that do it as well as Lissandro.
Mm. I hear that. I hear that. He's top, but yeah, I hear that. I just have to, you know what I mean? Calm a little bit. But yeah, man, that's a we both agree on that one.
Mm.
So let me put that in the comments.
There you go. Licha, signing of the season. My dog.
There we go.
There you
Signing
go.
of the season, Alessandro Martinez. So, what do you want to go next?
Let's go next to moment of the season. What was your favorite moment? Yeah,
Ooh,
moment of the season. What was your
mm,
favorite moment from this season? There's been some really good moments. What's been the top one for you?
Yo, there has been some good moments, bro. Remember what it was felt like to beat Liverpool the first time
Yeah.
at
That
Old
was a huge
Trafford?
moment. I think that's honestly in terms of like importance, that might be the turning point of our season, bro.
Bro, you could say that because obviously that was our first result, but forget about that. That was seriously like Ten Hag was already in kind of a make or break situation, bro.
Yeah.
3 games into his career, that was our third game of the season, right? We had Brentford,
Yeah.
we had Brighton and Brentford, and then we had Liverpool. And
And
then
I think
remember,
here's the thing, Cam, Liverpool, what you have to add to the context of
he
that,
dropped Ronaldo, bro.
he
That's
dropped Ronaldo and he dropped Maguire, but also don't
yes,
forget we hadn't beaten Liverpool in the league. Actually, no, in the league, yeah, we hadn't beaten Liverpool since 2018.
this
We
is it.
we had a mental hurdle against. I mean, we might still say we
Still
still
do.
have it, but yeah, up to that point, bro, we were scared shitless of the guys.
Yeah, I think that was that was massive. So when we beat them, that was crazy. And then beating Arsenal, that was another mad high because Arsenal just won 5 on the spin.
That feels
They
so
were
long ago.
gassed. Man like Anthony comes doing all
Yeah,
of this. I can't lie, that was a good boost, man. That was a good bit of juice right there. But
yeah.
I think my high moment of the season, maybe because I was there and just it was the best I've seen Old Trafford. Honestly, if I've been Old Trafford so many times, that was the atmosphere there was just different. It has
You
to
were gonna
be,
say the same thing as me. Yeah.
yeah, it has to be Barcelona at home,
Yeah.
man. Oh my days. I know people are gonna say, listen, why are you getting happy over a Europa game in the last 16 or whatever it was? But honestly, people, yeah, that feeling of beating Barcelona, yeah, in the stadium was absolutely rocking. I didn't think like we obviously had a good game against them in the first leg, and I was like, okay. And then we went 1-0 down, and it was so disappointment. But that moment, okay, Dan is right here. He says that's not a moment, that's a game. That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's a good point. But it was Fred who scored the winner, right?
Anthony. It was
Sorry,
Anthony. Fred had the equalizer, yeah.
Anthony. Sorry, Anthony's goal was the moment. Let me say that then. Anthony's goal, but the Casemiro goal in the final was crazy as well. But Anthony's goal in the Barcelona game, oh man, that was different, man. Listen, it's still Barcelona, bro. It's still Frankie. It's still Lua. It's still the Arojo. It's still these guys, bro. So yeah, that was mad, and that was when we were on some mad form. February was so crazy for us. We were running through everybody, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm gonna have to go to I'm gonna have to go to that moment. I'm not gonna lie. There's been some good moments beating Liverpool, beating City as well, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with that Anthony goal at home against Barcelona. That was crazy.
That was that. I mean, look, we were both there, right? But we're biased because we were living the atmosphere, bro. It wasn't just the same as
Mm,
watching it on TV. But I remember after that game, it felt like a moment that, like, yo, this team is serious, bro. This coach
yeah.
is serious, and if we can continue building on what we already have, we're seeing real signs that, yo, going forward, hey, we might be a problem. But
Mhm.
I think the moment for me, and also to kind of be a little different from you as well, I think the Rashford goal against Liverpool, like the one that put us up 2-1, we ultimately win 2-1. Because I think It would put us up 2-0, excuse me. We ended up winning 2-1. Because I think, like I said, the whole dropping Ronaldo and Maguire thing was huge. The whole kind of getting our juice back against Liverpool after so many like demoralizing defeats was huge. But I think even for Rashford, right, who we're going to talk about him, I'm sure, a lot more. He's had he's had his fingerprints all over the season for us in such a good way. But I think it's very easy. Again, we talk about last season how bad it was. And I don't think anyone represented that more than Rashford, bro. The guy looked like at a certain point, his career at United, or maybe even as like a serious top player, was basically over. And there were a lot of question marks going into the season. Who should Ten Hag be keeping? Who should he be selling? And I think a lot of the fan base were really split on Rashford. Like, is this really the last year for him to kind of show what he's got? Does he even deserve this last year? And I think that moment where Martial sends him through, he's one-on-one against Alisson, where last season it looked like he couldn't score anything. He couldn't even put crosses into the box correctly. Mm-hmm. Everyone holds their breath. And that moment where he scored, and like you can see the the relief on his face. And then you kind of look onto the season he's ended up having, which has led to so much success for us individually. I think that's the moment that as a United fan, it sticks out this year as wow, bro. Like, where would we have been if we had lost 3 games in a row to Brighton, Brentford, and Liverpool, bro? We could have a caretaker manager right now.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Yeah, I remember and not only that, obviously, look, we're just talking about good moments. We're not this. You've given yours, Rashford versus Liverpool, mine's Antony versus Barcelona. But if remember going 1-0 up at the Emirates, do you remember what that felt like, bro? When Rashford scored that banger.
Yeah. Bro, we were together. Hey, yo.
Yo, going 1-0 up at the Emirates, yeah. Bro, I was like, if they let us win this match, bro, it is gonna be serious smoke, bro. But obviously we didn't get that. But that moment was very, very lit, man. That was a good moment. And what else has there been? Obviously the Carabao Cup. We can't talk about that. The Carabao Cup was nice, man. To finally get over the line. That felt good, bro. Do you know what I mean? Listen, people are gonna say it's just the Carabao, but bro, when you ain't won nothing in 6 years, you just wanna, them pages, Twitter pages, 1,900 days since United last won a trophy and all that. Like, just seeing all that type of stuff, you don't want to see it. You know what I mean? So that felt good. That felt good, and hopefully, honestly, hopefully, the best moment is to come, bro. Because beating Man City in the FA Cup final. The overdrive, that's gonna be overdrive, honestly. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go. I've got my one. Let me write that in there. I'll write it while you think of the next
think of the next topic. GGG here says something so true, bro. Wow, this season seems so long. Remember Ronaldo? That seemed forever ago. Yeah, bro, I was talking this about Cam, right? The World Cup, I think, also adds to it, but this honestly feels like the longest season. And maybe it's because I'm like, this is the first time I'm really doing content throughout the entire year. So I'm almost like living it more. But this season has felt so long, bro. Honestly, these moments I'm recounting, the Liverpool game, the Arsenal game at Old Trafford, feels like 3 seasons ago, bro.
It has been. It's been a long season, man.
Let's go for the next one. I'm gonna say.
What about the people in the comments, man? Comment section. You guys throw your ones.
Yeah, come up with some suggestions. Yeah,
what was you lot's moment of the season?
That as well.
What's you lot's moment of the season? I saw the signing of the season. Most people said Lissandro, but what was you lot's moment of the season? Everyone can have individual.
I'd say David says penalties against Brighton.
Yeah. That was nice.
Casemiro against Chelsea last minute.
Bro, I was at a wedding that day, and I was like, "Are we really gonna flipping lose to Chelsea?"
You costed us free tickets that day, bro.
Oh yeah,
you would have been there.
It's true.
Wedding hype, bro. I hope it was worth it.
Who else is there? But people saying Bruno beating City. Obviously, people are trolling with the 7-0. Arsenal, the best moment.
Garnacho against Fulham.
Garnacho versus West Ham. Garnacho versus Fulham. Rashford assist for 2-1 at the Camp Nou. That was kind of mad still.
I was at that game too, bro. Honestly, Look, I don't know if I told the story to you guys or just the camp, but I was at the game at the Camp Nou, right? But I bought tickets in the Barcelona end, right? And I thought I was going to be the only one, but really there were like United fans sprinkled in and around it. And when Rashford scored his first, right? I got up to start celebrating. My hands were in the air. In like a split second, it hit me. I'm like, yo, you no one else is gonna be doing this. I immediately sit back down and like put my hood over my head, hoping that no one saw it. And I start hearing booing, but it was the guy in front of me, bro. This guy in front of me had no shame. He didn't go back down. This dude was fully going like this, looking back at the Barca fans. Hey, man, he took one for the team. And they started throwing water balloons. Yo, that atmosphere was crazy. But Rashford, but that was a point in the season where everything Rashford touched turned to gold. We were genuinely having conversations like, yo, in form at this current moment. Is he the best player in the league? Is he the best player in the world? That Rash Sanity was a crazy period, bro.
Yeah, Rash Sanity, that moment. Hey, yo, Rash Sanity was so lit because it was getting us through every cup game.
Yeah.
It was getting us through every competition. Yo.
And it was always that same celebration, bro. You just knew that shit was coming, bro.
Yo, Rash Sanity was a moment, bro. People are gonna remember this season for that. Yo, this was iconic, bro.
He had everyone doing that shit, bro.
Bro, I don't care.
He had your ass doing that shit, bro.
Yo, that's funny, man. Bro, and then it's funny because he started charging it. Up.
Yeah. It's like when Ronaldo started doing this when he.
Yo, the arrogance, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what you want, man. That's what you want.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go next one.
I just thought of this one actually. Cam, who is your most improved player of the season?
It's a good question, you know. Most improved player.
Shit, it might be Rashford for you. If you think Rashford,
it might have to be Rashford, you know. It might have to be Rashford, considering last season he scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
He had that silly blonde hair. He looked done out here. He looked red. He looked like, bro, everyone was against him. Everyone was cussing him down. And for him to come out this season and score 30 goals, come on. Like, who would have seen that? Bro, Ralph Rangnick was alluding to selling Rashford, bro. Like, he was alluding to selling the guy, and he comes and scores 30 goals. I can see the comments are saying Wan-Bissaka, but I feel like Wan-Bissaka has been Wan-Bissaka, though. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think,
it's just a revival for Wan-Bissaka, honestly. Like,
I rate Wan-Bissaka's mentality because it looked like Ten Hag was not feeling the guy. So if you're talking about in season, like in this season, then I hear it. Wan-Bissaka is definitely a massive shout for that because in this season he was dead and out. At least Rashford was a starter under Ten Hag from the jump. Like, Ten Hag was gassing up, I love you, he's gonna be a key player. Wan-Bissaka, it was like, bro, you're out the door, mate. You might even be gone in January. And so for him to this season, mid-season, like actually just come into the team and start being part of the 11 always, I can fully actually understand that one, to be honest. But I actually think Wan-Bissaka, it's just playing in a more functional, better team. I feel like he's still doing what Wan-Bissaka has always done, defend well. You know what I mean? To be fair, this season he's been a little bit better going forward. I'll give him that. He's been more useful in build-up. But Wan-Bissaka's always been a good dribbler. Like, he gets out of tight spaces and kind of wildly. So yeah, I wouldn't say his performances from last season to this season is drastically better. I just think he's in a better team. But Rashford's was a disgrace last season, bro. To now, crazy, bro.
Rashford is for you. I think Rashford is the obvious one, right? The only thing with me for Rashford, why I'm not actually picking him, is
he's reached that level before, and he's been like been good before.
Yeah, like I've seen this from Rashford. I think it's almost, again, it's like a revival. But I mean, technically he has improved by the definition of the word. But the one whose game, in my opinion, has improved the most this season, and I'll be absolutely honest, guys, I had written him off. There was a point where I was moving like Skip Bayless. I was calling this guy 2027 because when he extended his contract last season before a new manager even came in, I was so disgusted by the way he was playing and so tired of his game that I started calling him 2027 because that's when he extended his contract to. And that's Bruno Fernandes. Guys, I actually, no, Bruno, bro, in my eyes, I didn't see how under Ten Hag, bro, this guy would ever cut it. In my mind, or maybe it was also because of the fact that I thought Eric Ten Hag was going to come in and we're going to be playing like Barcelona right from the jump. But I looked at Bruno and the way he was playing, I didn't think that guy could exist in a functional Eric Ten Hag midfield. And I think he's proven me wrong. Look, I think at the start of the season, I was seeing a lot of those old tendencies from Bruno, but week after week after week, he is showing more and more maturity in his game, more and more composure in his game, more and more versatility in his game, while still actually keeping up his performances, but also, again, playing like an actual midfielder this season. He's played in so many different roles as well under Eric Ten Hag. He's played out on the wing. He's played deeper in midfield. We know he's played in that preferred number 10 position. And while the output in terms of pure numbers, goals and assists has kind of decreased, whatever you kind of put that down to, it's up to you. That's also a fact that we haven't had as many penalties. Let's be real here. I still think he's managed to keep up his creative numbers. Like, he's still creating chances, and maybe he has been let down this year by some really poor finishing or like actions in the final third. But I just think from where he was, even before last season, the seasons before that, you could say Bruno's numbers were crazy, but someone whose game has actually improved in the last 8 to 12 months, I give it to him, bro. Because again, in my head, he was done at United. It was only a matter of time that Ten Hag was going to find a different midfielder and replace him. And I think he's probably earned himself a few more seasons. And he has the armband as well, too, which is a major responsibility that he's taken on, in my eyes, very well.
I don't know. I wouldn't really go. I wouldn't go Bruno, man. I think Bruno's been all right. He's been good, but most improved, I wouldn't say he's the most improved. I get what you're saying. Tactically, he's changed a little bit, but his finishing this season is poor, by the way. He doesn't score no more. Like, when he has the opportunity to score, he don't score. So that's something that's actually declined in his game as well, if you take that into consideration. So I wouldn't go Bruno personally. I think Bruno's been all right, but I still look at him sometimes and I think there's things that he's lacking on. But to be fair to him, he is creating at a crazy clip. You know what I mean? He is creating at a very good rate. But that's what Bruno does. So I wouldn't really say, I'm not really going to go with Bruno personally. I would personally go with Rashford, because from last season to this, 4 goals to 30 goals is stupid, bro. I think Marcus Rashford, or the next option would be Wan-Bissaka for me. But yeah, I wouldn't say Bruno personally.
Wan-Bissaka as well, too, because that's another guy that in my eyes was dead in the water, bro. And I think you're being generous with the fact that, oh, maybe Ten Hag had given up on him, bro. This guy was not in his plans whatsoever. He wasn't in his plan. So I agree, the mental fortitude that he's had to kind of continue and force his way into United starting 11s at times, yeah, you got to applaud it, bro. Shout out Wan-Bissaka. The next topic that we can do, we've had a few positive ones. Let's go more to a negative one. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we move on, Cam, I think we missed someone. I think Lindelof deserves a shout.
No, I don't.
I think Lindelof deserves a shout. Because again, that's another one, bro, that we were talking 4th, 5th choice center back at the club. And every time that he's had to come in, I think he's actually been pretty faultless this year, bro. I can't think of too many poor Victor Lindelof performances this year.
I don't know. Lindelof, bro, I ain't letting that guy fool me, bro. He's all right. Lindelof's all right. He's just come and slot in a few games, you know what I mean? He ain't
bro, I don't know, man. The cup semifinal that he played, he was terrific. I think when he's, especially the last few weeks since Varane and Lissandro have been out, he's come in, bro. And we haven't really looked that bad defensively, bro.
I mean, the fact that I don't complain every time I see him in the lineup is an improvement, I guess. But I don't know about most improved. But fair enough, you gave it as just an honorable mention.
Show, yeah. All right, the one I was gonna go to is most disappointing player of the season. I think there's a few guys that you can kind of point the finger at here.
Most disappointing player. Oof, there is actually a few. There's a few, but that has got to go to Jadon Sancho. It has got to go Jadon Sancho. All things considered, last season it didn't work out for him, and then you would have thought, all right, cool. You know, we're gonna give him first season grace. Ollie left, Rangnick came in. It's a little bit whatever. and then a new manager comes in who you think maybe will suit the way he plays. Okay, let's keep it 100. We probably don't play that football, which is fair. However, him as just in general, performance wise, has not been great. The fact that he got sent away during our season. This is £100 million player. Now, look, if it's family issues or anything like that, mental health, everybody knows I'm just talking about the football side of things. Let's not divert just the football side of things. That £170 million player left us mid-season and we had to make it happen without him. Do you know what I mean? And that's disappointing, you know what I mean, for Man United. And then he comes back and nothing really goes crazy. Do you know what I mean? He's been slightly at some points better than he was before, but it's not like I've gone away, I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber, I'm here now, boom. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So I'm just like, it's got to be Jadon Sancho, man. And now it's got to a point where he's at the make or break side of his, if you feel like he's at a make or break point of his career. But Ten Hag is saying, boom, listen, his performances are improving. He's still talking positively about him. So let's see. But I've got to go Sancho for the most disappointing player, man.
I find it very difficult to really disagree. I think this is a pretty straightforward one, right? I've gone as far as saying I think Sancho needs to be sold this summer for his own sake and for the club's sake, because I just don't see going forward how either party turns this around, bro. I think this is a really just bad signing. It's a bad fit for both of them. He had the kind of interruption in his season where he had to go figure some shit out, go rediscover himself in the mountains, came back, had a few decent cameos here and there. There's been games where honestly I've said, wow, in flashes, Jadon Sancho really showed me something today, but you don't pay £72 million for flashes. You don't wait 3 seasons straight to sign a player for flashes. And when I look at players who are younger than him, more inexperienced than him, cheaper than him, less talented than him, showing more over 90 minutes in football games, I think that's the very definition of disappointment. I know you kind of disagree and you think that Sancho should probably be given 6 more months maybe, but I reiterated it. I think that this is the end for Jadon Sancho at United, and I think both of them would do well to, for the benefit of both, I think they do well.
Being realistic, no one's going to take on that wage at the moment. And I don't think Man United are in the position right now to be like, do you know what? We'll pay that. You know, somewhere else you go. I think Man United I still think Man United feel like there's something that can be unearthed in him. I don't think Man United are fully finished with this guy. That's the thing. When they are, they'll pay his loan fee and he'll be wherever. But right now, I don't think so, bro. I definitely don't think so. So my disappointment is definitely Sancho, but I'm seeing people say stuff like Maguire. I'm seeing people say stuff like Maguire, Martial, but I expected this from them. What did you? I expected them to be poor.
Yeah,
you know
disappointment. I mean? You have had to have standards that they didn't reach, because in fact, I was gonna say Sancho is the obvious one. One that maybe you share it, Cam, is Sabitzer. He's a disappointment for me as well, because this is a guy. Hey, I'm gonna be dissing the loan signings here, bro. This is a guy that when he came in, bro, I was saying, yo, he might come in and show me more than what Eriksen is giving, because we were talking about Eriksen defensively is a bit of a liability. Maybe Sabitzer, of his energy, what we've seen in the Bundesliga previously of Leipzig, maybe he can give us something while Eriksen is out. And bro, he was so bad that the reason Bruno ended up playing deeper is because Sabitzer couldn't cut the job, bro. He was playing just as poorly as Fred McTominay, who every person in the fan base slates. It's been a disaster of a loan signing for him, and he's not going to be at United next year. And I doubt he'll be at Bayern next year.
He's been injured as well, bro.
Yeah, so he's out for the season. So yeah, Sabitzer has been hugely disappointing for me, bro. I think he goes under the radar.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would say that as well. It's a bit Sancho.
I think Martial has to be in there. For me, Martial, for all the talk that I gave him, he has a huge opportunity. He's completely flopped this year, bro. When he's had a few decent games. He's had games where he's improved the team because who else really is there? But overall, bro, his availability has been disgusting. When he's been available, the performances have mostly been disappointing. I think he's in that category too.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to put Weghorst in there, yeah, because you were hyping him.
I was being objective. I was trying to have a level head, but Weghorst is not my disappointment of the season. Weghorst,
you were hyping him though, no?
This guy's crazy, man.
But why you not though?
It took me I think one game for me to admit that Weghorst is not the same. No, it took me a little more than one game, but I wasn't one of these guys who, up until 4 weeks ago, Saeed was gassing this guy to the heavens, bro. Let's be real here, man. Don't try and throw that shit at me, bro.
Boy, listen, everyone's guilty in this case, boy. Trust me. Everyone's guilty. All right, cool. Disappointment. I'll let you like and throw up the next one.
The next one is, I feel like this one is too obvious, but I guess we got to give him his flowers. Youngster of the season.
Youngster of the season. Obviously, there's only one option, isn't it?
But I feel like just to give him his flowers, I think we got to.
Ten Hag
Rookie of the year.
It would have been Zidane Iqbal if he got some games. Flipping hell. You know what I mean? Didn't even give him a minute. So it can only be one person, and it's got to be Garnacho. You know what I mean, good debut season, good rookie year.
Year.
Scored some decent goals off the bench, some good goals off the bench. I think he's better off the bench at the moment than starting, but he's made a real impact. He's won us some games. I remember West Ham, he won us Fulham. Did he score against Burnley as well? Was it Burnley that he grabbed a goal against? Or maybe that's because it was.
I can't remember. No, Villa in the cup. He had a really good cameo, if you remember.
Villa, yeah.
Yeah, he had a really good cameo.
Nah, Garnacho, man, big him up, man. And that goal the other day came off the bench, scored against Everton, I think it was.
Don't forget against City, the assist that he had coming off the bench.
Against City. Nah, man, credit to him, bro. Like, come through, did what he needs to do. Last season, he was the best, the youngster of the year in the academy. Came through, got his promotion, done his thing, man. So massive credit to him, man. He's got the mentality that he believes that he should be here, and that's important. And at the moment, he's still playing with that young fearlessness. You know what I mean? And listen, hopefully that doesn't leave his game. But at the moment, he's hungry. He just wants to attack anybody he sees, bro. And you got to admire that, man, because especially with our front three, very passive, man. Very passive. Especially if, like, when Rashford's even passive sometimes. But if Rashford's not playing, especially, our front three, Sancho, Martial, and Anthony, bloody hell, bro. Those are the three most passive youths I've ever seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? So, Garnacho just adds something different, man. But I am disappointed, man. I wish I did get to see a little bit more of like Zidane Iqbal or something like that. But hey, let's see. Hopefully it comes another time. But yeah, man, Garnacho, run away with it. He's like the only real proper youngster that's been playing.
That's true. Yeah, no, shout out Garnacho. I think that's an obvious one, right? I don't know if Ahmad doesn't count because he wasn't at the club, but I think him and Garnacho, they got promising futures ahead of them. So shout out Garnacho in a season that, look, none of us really had expectations for him, bro. Like no one was really expecting him to kind of be one of the main contributors for United coming off the bench. I mean, if we're giving rookie sixth man of the year, it might be Garnacho as well, bro. So yeah, shout out for him for a great first season.
It's very true. Let's see what we got next.
What we got next is goal of the year. What has been your favorite goal of the season?
Raw. My favorite goal. Oh, that's actually tough, you know. For some reason, no goal is registering in my mind. It's from a few. It's gotta be. I just don't want people to be like, oh, you're only saying Rashford, but I mean, it's gotta be Rashford at the Emirates, surely. Surely, I liked Rashford's header versus West Ham because he never scores headers, and that was just like a bullet. But it's got to be Rashford again. Surely it's got to be Rashford at the Emirates. Come on, man. Listen, the nutmeg on Partey, crash, go to their side, do that. Come on, man. That was like, yo, that was a I'm him. That was a I'm him moment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that has got to be, for me, my goal of the season. But do you know which one is a sleeper as well? Do you remember the game against Liverpool, the Sancho goal where when he sat down, was it Van Dijk and Milner?
And they said that Milner and Van Dijk was doing this with.
Oh yeah, and just placed into the corner.
Yeah. That was a nice goal.
Like that goal. That was a big goal, and that was such a relief kind of moment. But can't look any further than Rashford versus then at the Emirates. Come on, people. Come on.
I can't lie. I think Anthony has a few contenders in this, bro.
Yeah, he's
Because
good.
I got my qualms about Anthony, right? Y'all know I'm not his biggest fan, but bro, when he hits them, they stay hit, bro. He's got some nice finishes this year. I mean, he has the one against City when we lost 6-3. I'm sure everyone has forgotten about it already, but that was a
Oh yeah,
really
yeah,
good goal.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he struck the hell out of that, bro. He had obviously the nice goal against Arsenal, which is actually just a nice team move, bro. That actually might be our best like constructed goal in terms of like build up. I think every single player touched the ball in that move, and it ends up like perfectly slotted away for him. Nice angle. So I think that one is also up there. These guys are saying Luke Shaw Bournemouth versus Bournemouth. What was that goal? Oh no, you know which one I liked?
I remember
I can't remember the Luke Shaw one. I was gonna say the one I really liked was the Luke Shaw ball over the top to Bruno, who I think passes it first time to Rashford to slot into an open goal. That was a nice one.
The
But
Luke Shaw one is when he had the ball past it, then he made that inverted run inside, and then it comes across. Oh shit, you can't remember that now?
Nah. I would say Rashford against Arsenal is because bro, I mean I think it's the limbs too, bro. When he scored that, yo, shit was crazy. So I don't mind giving that to Rashford. We have a few super chats here as well that are kind of giving recommendations. Anthony versus Arsenal, Spicy Specials agrees with that one as well.
That was a big one, man. That was big.
I think team goal. I think that was one of the nicest team goals we've really
That
had.
was funny as hell as well because he was getting so much slander before he had even kicked a ball, and then he scores against the team that obviously the fan base that are always the loudest against any of our players, Arsenal. So that was just damn hilarious, bro. I can't even lie. That was hilarious.
Facts. Navid says Rashford's goal against City easy.
The second one? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then United Leo says Rashford's goal at Arsenal got my 50-year-old dad doing the celebration. Haven't celebrated like that since Martial's semifinal goal against Everton. Ah, man, for a few seconds. That was like the Evra goal, right, against Bayern. We were on top of the world, and then, and Ketia brought us down to earth, bro.
Oh, my days, bro. That was mad.
Yeah, so there's been some decent ones, but hey, man, we got to start scoring some more bangers and some nicer goals next season, bro. Because I don't think we've scored enough this year.
Long shots have left the game, bro. People don't score enough long shots, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. People don't attempt them no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's a disappointment. I remember every single season, Wayne Rooney would have one contender for goal of the season, bro.
Yeah,
at least one. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, just I don't know, man. I don't know. That somebody said Licha versus Arsenal. That goal was funny as well. That whole match was funny, bro. I'm telling you, that match was funny, bro. But I've got to go Rashford, man. Rashford's
we can give it to Rashford. I think Casemiro even had some nice goals, to be honest with you. The header against Chelsea. But yeah, we'll give it Rashford versus Arsenal. I got three more personally, three more categories. Maybe you can think of other ones, but I got three more in my mind. The first one is most underrated player this season.
Most underrated. Underrated.
Who do you think this season has like had a slept on good season? Who are you thinking? Because you got a lot of agendas. That's the thing. You either like a player or you don't like him. So you might have to eat some humble pie here, bro. Who's your underrated player of the season?
Let me think.
I actually can think of one that you're probably not thinking of, but I would say
I feel like there's two. I feel like Thingy's got a little bit too much disrespect this season because he's defensively not that great. I think Eriksen has been a bit disrespected this season a little bit. He was a free transfer. What did we expect? Playing in a deeper role now. Defensively, he's not the greatest, but I think that kind of clouded it. But I'm gonna go Varane.
I was gonna say Varane is the one I'm expecting you to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Varane. I think Varane's been good this season. Yeah, I mean, I think last season people had rubbed him out and said that he's finished. And said that he's finished, but
that ain't that bad. Oh my god!
But yeah,
it's getting ridiculous now, bro.
Anyway, I'm gonna say Varane, bro. I think there was a point in the season, and we were discussing it, bro. I think Varane was better than Lissandro, bro, in the points of the season. No, he was. There was a point of the season where Varane was better, bro. No cap. Thoroughbred defender, but people were like, getting the new signing hype with the Lissandro situation. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go Varane. I think he's had a decent season. It's annoying because of these batterings that we keep receiving. Yeah, so annoying. But I think overall, him and Alessandro, they've been obviously in general quite solid. I think Varane had some colossal performances as well, man. People are sleeping on some of his performances this season. So, and the reason, listen, the word what you said is underrated. We weren't really hearing about. No one was talking about Varane, bro. That is the definition of underrated. Nobody was talking about him. So that's why I'm gonna go Varane.
Yeah, Varane is Rolls Royce, man. He just gets about his business. Go. What is it that you always say? Get in, get out.
Get out,
Yeah,
bro.
that's what Varane does, bro. He just gets the job done. I think he's a valid candidate for most underrated season. But I think most underrated has to be the one that you don't rate the most. And you give him credit when he plays in anywhere but his actual position. Luke Shaw is the most underrated player this season, bro. Shout out Luke Shaw, man. Because hey, if no one gonna give him credit, I'm gonna give him credit, man.
How is he the most underrated? He has been
because
United
you
fans
never give him his credit.
Don't say
so
me.
in my eyes, he's underrated.
No.
I see you every single day, Kim. He's underrated to me, bro.
Bro, how is he underrated, bro? The fan base overrate him. How can you say he's underrated when every single day we have to look at videos about why he's the best left back in the world? He's been called the best left back in the world. He's world class. He's the best in the league. How is he underrated? How?
He's underrated because you still don't rate him, bro. You still don't rate him, bro. About yo, I'd actually play Luke Shaw at center back because I think he's better at center back than he is at left back. Until you start admitting how good a season Luke Shaw has had, he's underrated in my opinion.
Hold on. Are people gonna tell me that Luke Shaw's not been better center back than he's been?
Oh my god!
This season. Come on, man.
If you heard this guy the way he was talking about Malacia early season, about I'd start Malacia. Hey, let him live through the fire. What were you saying? Trial by fire. That's what he's called it.
Bro, he's been a better center back this season than left back, in my opinion. You don't think so?
No. I think he's at a very, very good season at left back, bro. I think he's been very, in terms of just being consistent throughout the season. Obviously, he had the L against Liverpool. That's a horrible performance from him. But for most of the season, bro,
Arsenal away.
I think honestly, bro, it's that performance honestly starting to get overblown, bro. I think Eriksen was just as bad defending Saka as Luke Shaw was, bro. I think you picked out that performance because you kept looking at Shaw. You're like, stop him.
Please.
But Saka was ISOing Eriksen, bro.
Bro, please dominate your opposite number. Please. Please.
You know what? Someone pointed out.
Please engage.
Someone put out a good point about you today, bro. You are all about technical security and technical ability and having good fundamentals, but you hate Luke Shaw, bro. Luke Shaw is technically very secure, bro. He's one of our higher level technical ability players.
I don't hate Luke Shaw.
Nah, you hate him. Don't. Hey, stay on that side, bro. Stay on that side.
No. I don't hate Luke Shaw, but I don't accept the way Manchester United fans hype a guy who has been at the club for so long and been so average over the majority of his Manchester United career. He's been here for 8 years and he has been average for the majority of it. That's just the reality. So I'm not going to put him on some pedestal until I see season after season after season of consistency. This season, he's been a bit better. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? Centre back, though, has been his real highlight, in my opinion.
That's another reason why he's such a great season, by the way. The ability to continue those levels in a different position. Hey, hats off to Luke Shaw, bro. Honestly, dependable, reliable, ever-present, dominant. He's even improved his offensive game this year, bro. We were having debates, me and you. Hey, is he part of AF Club, bro?
Listen. Nah. You see, once Shaw started getting into that conversation, the stock started boom, 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 boom. See how it started crashing. Now there's no such thing as AF. AF is in, I don't know what's going on.
Luke Shaw killed AFs.
Bro, he tried coming when it was too late, bro. Let me tell you that. But nah, for real, he's been here for a long time. The fan base overhype him. He's been good, though, this season. And he's a good player. Luke Shaw's a good player, but...
What would you rate his season out of 10?
Luke Shaw.
Yeah. Be careful what you say. If you say a low number, for me, he's underrated. And I'm seeing plenty of people say, "Oh, Shaw, 10 years, blah blah blah." Hey, he's proven me he's underrated, bro. Comments are proving that Luke Shaw's underrated.
I'll say, comments are right. 7.
Is that like
Yeah,
7 in general or 7 amongst the squad?
7 in general.
In general, okay.
Yeah. So
what about amongst the squad? Where would you rank it? Like rank his season?
Amongst the squad?
Yeah. Has he been a top 5 performer for United this year?
Top 5. Let me think.
Yeah.
Nah.
Who's your 5?
Varane, Casemiro, Lissandro, Rashford. What's that man's name? Wan-Bissaka.
Hey, put this man in jail.
Yeah, yo. Do you know what? Sorry. No, hold on. Bruno.
Oh, now
Bruno.
you like Bruno. Now you like Bruno's season.
Bruno.
I hope y'all all can see what's really going on here, bro.
Nah.
It's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous, bro.
In the squad, he's about top 7. It's 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
That's interesting. All right, so my underrated player of the season is Shaw. Cam's is Varane. Yeah. All right, next award. And like I said, Cam, I got this one and I got player of the season. So if you have anything on your mind after I give this one, let me know.
What's the worst moment of the season?
Okay, so yeah, because that wasn't the one I had. The worst one, bro, that's the 7-0. That's easy. That's 7-0.
That Brentford 4-0 was kind of peak, bro.
I would say that Sevilla performance was kind of peak. Brentford was a necessary evil. I can't lie. Brentford was a necessary evil. I don't know if we have the same season if we don't lose 4-0 to Brentford. Low key, shout out Thomas Frank, bro. Hey,
bro, might have played better football if we didn't get pumped 4-0.
Yeah, but where would we be in the table?
Yeah, true.
I think this is an undisputed one. 7. That's a big ass bottle of water, bro. God damn. Like I got a cooler. Nah, for me,
the end of the night.
Bears. For me, it's a 7-0, bro. I don't know if you can even argue that. You can give honorable mentions like Lissandro going down for the season, the Sevilla game, the second half, even the 6-3. But bro, the 7-0, I've never felt so like shocked. Just like I didn't have any words. I said the Cam space against Brentford. That was all timer. That might be moment of the season, honestly.
Bruh.
When I heard the Undertaker music, hey, that might be moment of the season.
Yo, I ain't done a space since. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That was a one-timer, one and done. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing, bro. I was like, nah, this club is finished, bro. This club is finished. Flipping hell, bro. Oh, gosh. Anyway, what's your one, man?
7-0. Easy.
No. I thought you had a question.
Oh, the one after that. Like, what's the last one that I have? My last one is dud of the season.
Oh, dud.
Yeah.
Dud. Yeah, I just know who you just want to give it to one person. That's why I know who you want to give it to. Go on.
I know you want to give it to one person.
Go on, open up.
I'll let you go first.
No, you go first.
No, you.
You go first, bro.
No, you ain't go first. David De Gea, man, is my dud of the season. I know who you're gonna say, but for me, it's one man only. How we have he needs to build a statue for Lissandro, for Varane, for Luke Shaw, for Wan-Bissaka and Dalot, and for Casemiro. Because how we have gifted this man the Golden Glove, hey, that's one of life's biggest unknowns. My brother, thank you for the memories. To be honest, I think it's starting to add up more bad memories than good. I think we're starting to rack up more bad seasons than good when it comes to David De Gea's career. But without getting too disrespectful, because I think I've done enough throughout this season, this year has been rough to watch you, bro. I've been watching you decay like a fossil in front of my very eyes. Thank you for the memories. Off you pop. My dud of the season, David De Gea.
It's funny because he's still going to be there. But the dud of the season is easily Walt Weghorst, bro. Let's not play games here, bro. It's easily Walt Weghorst. Bro, he touched the Anfield sign and we proceeded to lose 7-0. He touched the Anfield sign, then we proceeded to lose 7-0. And then he came and lied and said, oh, something about Van Dijk. Bro, Van Dijk, you don't know you like that, bro.
Live out. Live out.
Bro, he don't know you like that, bro. He don't know you like that. I can't lie. Like, yeah, your teammates internationally, but you ain't brethren, bro. You know what I mean? Talking about Van Dijk, bro. He touched the sign and he hasn't scored a goal. All he's done is run and celebrate after the Brighton goal. I mean, game, which was fair enough, which is hilarious. He cried when he scored his first goal. Now, fair enough. I ain't scored a goal at Old Trafford before, so I don't know the emotion, but everything about it has just been absolutely hilarious about this. Absolutely hilarious about this loan. The minute we were linked, it's funny, yeah, because the minute we were linked and we did a stream, I said, this guy will be the worst player to ever play for Man United, bro. And damn, was I right, bro. He is the worst player to ever play for Man United. I don't care what nobody says to me. That's actually started, by the way. Let's not say Bebe's, like actually contribute. The guy started 20 games in a row. And I'm not surprised. By the end of it, we got pumped. We started getting pumped left, right, and center. Bro, Ten Hag got absolutely gassed. Got gassed, overplayed him. So for me, Weghorst is done the season, but people are saying Cristiano, which is actually it's actually not even a bad shot.
He deserves a shot, to be honest.
That Piers Morgan interview was the single most weird thing I've seen in a long time at Man United, bro. That circus. Oh, God, that was such a circus, bro. We're lucky the World Cup was on, bro. Or just leave.
Facts. That World Cup, bro, was so needed. Yo,
that's why he did it. To be fair, I think that's why he picked that moment. To be honest, but yeah, that Piers Morgan Ronaldo double tag team that tried to attack Man United was crazy. But yeah, it's Weghorst for me, 100%.
Yeah, no, I think the Ronaldo one is a really good show because I think even you look at the aftermath of it.
Ten Hag deserves some duddery for that as well, bruv. Man played Weghorst, yeah, exactly. He played Weghorst 10.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think that's another thing too, right? Weghorst, not only was he bad himself, he basically, because of Ten Hag's stubbornness or because of Ten Hag's just reluctance to kind of just admit that he got this one wrong, bro, he was shifting every other man to a different position. It was, bro, the team was just dysfunctional at a point, bro. Just almost felt just to get his boy in, just to say, yo, my idea, hey, it's gonna work out eventually. And look, there were some nice moments with Weghorst.
I don't mean I'm talking about Piers Morgan talking about Manchester United 24/7 in the media. That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, go on.
Yeah, no. Weghorst has been.
That's your boy, bro.
I wonder if there's still a part of him that believes like, yo, they might resign me, bro. Like, yo, maybe if I get this, like, yo, did you see how mad he was when Garnacho didn't pass him the ball? First of all, the positioning for that was crazy. But do you think maybe he's looking like, yo? I remember when Falcao was at the club, right? And everyone was at the end of the season was like, yo, he just needs to score 1 or 2 more goals, and maybe the club will re-sign him. I wonder if Weghorst is thinking that right now, like, yo, if I ball out against Chelsea and Fulham these last 2 games, you think they might call me back up?
Bro, it's when he got subbed the other day, and he was like, I was like, nah, this guy is cheeky. He's really shaking his head at a substitution, bro. Like, oh my goodness, bro. That's my dad, man. That's my dad of the season for sure.
I think that's a good show. You know that? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
I was gonna say, you know that video of like the football player who's trying to like get into the training facility, and that shit is locked out. That's gonna be Weghorst the day after the season, bro. They gonna lock him out of Carrington, bro.
Bro, he's not gonna know what to do, bro. He's gonna leave his boots in there, his shin pads. You ain't getting that shit back. You are not getting that shit back. So, yeah, I would say that's Van der Beek. I'll allow Van der Beek because he's injured, but we already knew he was gonna have a disastrous season anyway. That was him coming. That guy didn't come say, yeah, Volington role. He was playing the Volington role. Flipping hell, bro. Oh my days.
How did you come up with that, bro? Oh well.
Oh my god, I think that was even Della, you know. That might have even been Della, you know. I mean, you got to shout out Della for that one.
Yeah, shout
He
out
said
him.
he's playing like Joe Linton or something. I was like, oh, Wellington, one of the two.
All right, so the only one that I have left, Cam, is player of the season. But if you have anything before that that you'd like to give an award to, put it to the table.
Hmm.
Same with the chat, by the way. If you guys have any other like topic that you want to throw
You
out
know
there.
what? What was your funniest moment of the season?
Funniest moment of the season.
I can't lie. Looking back at it, it's extremely funny, but it wasn't funny at the time. That's one thing.
What do you guys say? Ronaldo walking out?
Nah, I was fuming when that happened. The funniest moment of the season, low key, is the Elise free kick, bro. Now,
What's wrong with you? I was not expecting you to say that. Bro.
Oh my days. Yo, low key, looking back at that shit is funny as hell, bro. He broke our hearts, bro. He broke this club's bro. He finished our fan base, bro. That was like a dagger of all daggers, bro. That was the Casemiro. Oh my days. That 20 minutes is actually pure comedy, bro. Looking back at it, think about the Casemiro yellow, Bruno talking to him like, Ten Hag shaking his head. And then Elise from 35 yards bangs it, top bins, crossbar and in, and then doesn't celebrate while our fan base are finished. Yo, looking back at it, that was quite hilarious.
I
In the
can't
moment,
lie. You're
I
missing
was
the you're missing the funniest 2 moments of the season, bro.
well, you're gonna say so. Which one's your one?
I got 2. One of them is when Casemiro got sent off and Anthony told him, I'm going to do it for you. And Casemiro looked at him like... And the second one is when Pele died and Anthony lifted up his shirt and they tweeted, he knows he wasn't going to score.
Yo, you know what actually was funny? Yeah, you know what else is funny? It's Anthony again, yeah, when he did the spinning thing. The spinning thing, yeah, against Everton, I think, and then Jamie O'Hara, yeah, and Pennant and Jamie O'Hara and their man were going in on him. Bro, that was funny as hell, bro. That was funny. Anthony's a comedian, man.
When Anthony scored against Arsenal, did an 8 celebration.
Yo, if he was good, if he was like elite, he will be like the best tool to use against any opposing fan because bro, the day after, no, the same game he scored against Arsenal. From that game, one Arsenal fan was like, I hope, bro, I need to find the tweet, bro. I need to find the post, bro. Hold up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Yeah, I need to find it, man. It was early in the season. Where is it? Oh, yeah, this one. Really well at Man United. Listen.
Yeah, Anthony. I think Anthony's going to fit in really well at Man United. He seems like an absolutely despicable human being. Everything the guy did, it was just horrible. Yeah, Anthony. I think Anthony's going to.
Yo,
what did he do to make him that mad?
Yo, this guy was
despicable human.
Yo, this guy was vexed, bro. Oh my days, bro. Who's Donny? Who is that, Don? Who is that, Don?
The guy's name is Julian.
It's what?
His name is Julian. How can you call a man a despicable human, bro?
I think Anthony's going to fit in really well at Man United. He seems like an absolutely despicable human being. Everything the guy did, it was just
Yo. Hey, that is funny. I'm crying.
Why though? No, I look, bro, there's no one in this world who hopes Anthony proves me wrong than me, bro. Because like you said, like having Anthony be good at our club
looks like Daniel Levy. Yo. Anyway, carry on.
I got nothing to say, bro.
Ah, shit. Man said he looks like Daniel Levy, you know? That is too funny. Oh, shit. Anyway. Oh, man. That's funny, fam. That is funny.
Yeah, Anthony is involved with every funny point of the season, bro.
Anthony's funny, man. That guy's funny still. I'm not going to lie. That guy is actually funny, man.
Val Veghorst crying after Val Veghorst with the celebration, bro. When he's just looking at the crowd. No, when he's looking at the crowd. Manchester, this is for you.
Yo. It's always the duds, isn't it? It's
Bro,
always the duds.
They got main character syndrome, bro. I'm telling you.
The guy scored, yeah. Hold up. Oh,
Even
man.
Anthony, when he scored and he side-eyed Maguire, he's like, who's man?
Oh, bro. The guy scored and did. I was like, bro, come on, bro.
He thinks he's Kobe.
Hey, good. Hey, that's funny, man. That's funny. I don't think there's any other moments, you know. I don't think there's other moments, man. Oh shit.
Nah, and what's it called? Malacio when he was lying on his back, looking up at the sky.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite pictures for a while, bro. Hey, I was using that for everything. Oh man, that was funny, man. There's been loads of moments, low key.
Yeah, I can't lie, bro. Even against us, Lissandro getting chopped up by Salah. Hey, in the moment that hurt.
That was not funny, bro.
Nah, looking back on it now, bro. Hey, we gotta charge that one to the game, bro.
That 7-0, just sitting there with you when we were watching that, bro. We were just looking at each other like, nah, what is this?
I kept looking at you, bro. You were silent. I kept looking
I was laughing after a while.
I was like 5, Cam. 5, 6, 7. I was going, bro. I was laughing like the Joker, bro. Honestly, yo, me and Cam. I think honestly, we went a little insane that day. Like not like insane, like screaming. We were off it, bro.
Bro, hey, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. But yeah, man. If I think of any others, oh man, that Julian guy has finished me, bro. That guy's a mad.
He's gonna fit in right at United because he's.
Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna look out. Is he a content creator or something?
He's just on AFTV all the time, bro. I think he's the one who was saying, what did he say about Arsenal? Or like, what the fuck did he say? He's like, yeah, Chelsea. Like, he said something about Chelsea, like in their youth products or some shit like that, bro. Like, he said some crazy shit, bro.
I'm gonna look out.
If someone can find the thing that he said, guys, about Chelsea and like the products that come from their academy, bring me the quote that he said.
I need to look out for his shit, man.
He's the one recently. He was saying like, yeah, I got no respect for City, bro. He's like, yeah, they might have won the league, but they did it with 115 cases.
Yo.
Oh yeah, Chelsea loan players. What did he say about Chelsea loan players, guys?
The greatest 48. Hold on, it says the greatest 48 seconds in history of AFTV.
The answer is yes. If we have another season like we've had, then no. Would I like to see him go? Probably yes. But then I look back at some other managers. I mean, Ferguson nearly lost his job after about 12 months at United. He was one goal away in an FA Cup semi-final. Would have been booted out. I think it was Robin scored. And the rest is history. So he might be another Ferguson.
Anyway.
Hold on. I need to find the clip that I remember what it was now. I need to find the clip that he had about Conor Gallagher and Chelsea. Bro. Oh, yeah. I'm going to find it.
Hey, that is fucking jokes, man. That's a Julian. Oh, gosh. Anyway, what are we on now? This is 1 hour in. I think we need to get to the player of the year?
Oh my God. Someone has to read this. He said Chelsea are cheating because they send players to ruin the league. This was after Gallagher dunked on them. I can't remember exactly what it was, but bro, it was hilarious, man. But anyways, yeah. The last one that I got is player of the year. Player of the season. We got a few nominees, but there can only be one winner.
Who are you going for?
Who am I going for? It's a weird one, right? Because This is the way I looked at it with Arsenal. Like Arsenal's season, if you think about it, like they're split up in different categories. Like the first half, the first third of the season, there was one guy. I think it was Odegaard or Jesus started the season really strong. Saka in the middle of the season was on fire. The last third, it's been Martinelli, but like overall, it's probably been Odegaard. I think United, it's a bit similar too, in that like Rashford had, like I said, rash sanity, where everything he touched turned to gold. Casemiro had a really good period in the season. Lissandro, I think, has been steady a lot of the year, but the injuries now, I think he only played 27 games in the league. Let's not forget about that. That has to count against him a little bit. I think it's between Rashford and Lissandro for me. And while they're both my favorite players, to be honest, at United, I would probably go for Rashford, bro, just because I think where would this team be without his goals, right? I think United's defense, you can make the argument that although the defense is really what's carried United into the top four, even since Lissandro has been out of the team, United are keeping clean sheets. They're actually doing okay defensively. Like, I mean, you even believe Luke Shaw might be better at that position for United for what they need than Leach. I don't know if you maintain that view, but United have managed to survive defensively. I think Lissandro, what he really brings alongside being a great defender is the fact, like, the buildup that he provides. But going forward, and it's what I was telling Joel the other day, I think Rashford has 38% of United's goals in the Premier League. Going forward is what has killed United in large parts of the season. It's the reason why they are going to be capped this year at a top four finish. But I dread to think where they would be if Rashford didn't hit the form at certain parts of the season that he did. I really dread to think where they would be. I think they would honestly be chatting to guys like Tottenham, to guys like Liverpool, looking at another 8th, 9th, 7th, 6th maybe place position. I think Rashford this season, the goals that he's provided to United in a year where they don't have a single player outside of him who scored more than, I believe, 5 league goals, maybe 6 with Bruno. His impact has been beyond words.
Oh,
Rashford is my player of the season.
Rashford has scored in big games this season.
Mm.
He scored in big games. Lissandro wasn't there at Camp Nou away. Rashford dealt with it. He was the one that got us that victory, right? Rashford, this Carabao Cup that we're all celebrating, people, as Man United fans, he scored in every single round of that competition, including the final. Scored in every single round to get us that trophy. In that moment in which we had our best moment, Rashford was at the forefront of it. It's as simple as that. I always, and let me tell you why my logic sticks here, right? I'm always a believer that Jamie Vardy should have won Player of the Year, not Mahrez. I'm always a believer of that, yeah. Vardy is the reason that dream started. Vardy is the reason Leicester thought they could even think about winning the league. That 11-game run of them goals, Vardy party every single week. He was the reason. Mahrez come in, Kante doing their great things as well. Of course, all of them were fantastic. But I've always been the believer that Vardy was the player of the year that year. And that's the same logic that I'm giving for Manchester United. When Manchester United actually started believing we could potentially see what City and Arsenal are saying, we can go through the cups, we can go through these big games. It was Marcus Rashford's time, bro. Look at the state of the rest of these attackers. I'm sorry, there's people saying, oh, Rashford's performances. He has, Mays, shout out Mays, he said it on Stop His Time. He's given us 30 goals. He's done his part. Can you guys please contribute? Okay, his form has dropped. Can one of you guys pick up the mantle, please? Or what? No? Salah, if he dropped the mantle, Mane, I'm going to deliver. Remember when they went and won the league? Mane was scoring all them goals. Remember last season, Salah was on Ballon d'Or form to January. Then Mane said, all right, I'm going to take it from here. Hold on a second. Rashford scores 30 goals. The next man in the attack has 7 goals. And people are saying, give us more, Rashford. Hello? Somebody supporting cavalry, please. Please rise. You know what I'm trying to say? No one wants to do it. So for me, it's Rashford. It's very easy for me personally. Very, very, very easy. The state of our attack. And what are you saying, Lyes? You just said Shaw has filled in great. Lindelof has come in and done his thing as well. This attack is poor. And the reason why our goal difference stinks this season, because we've conceded the third least goals this season. The reason we have such terrible goal difference is because we can't score goals.
We have less goals scored this year than Fulham. We have less goals scored this year than Brentford. I think we have like barely scraping a top 10 attack in the league.
This is what I'm saying. So our attack is absolutely a shambles. People will sit here, right? People will sit here and say, Luke Shaw's the best left back in the world. Lissandro's been an unreal signing. Varane is great. Wan-Bissaka's our most improved player. Yeah. And on the same breath, they will say, Sancho sucks. Anthony sucks. Martial doesn't do nothing. Weghorst sucks. So everyone in our attack reek, who Rashford has having to play with. How do you not see that he is the key man in that attack? How do you not see he's the one that we've needed the most all season? So he's contributed the most when we have needed it. Our attack is awful. Bruno's not scoring as much as he used to be. He's creating. He's not scoring as much as he used to be. The mantle has been all on Rashford, bro. 30 goals. And what's the next ones in our attack? 8?
Oh, in all competitions? Let me find out.
I think Anthony has 8.
Let me find out right now.
Literally, like the tricks is it here? Like there was literally a point. All my boys were messaging me like, "Bro, it's Rashford or nothing. Rashford or nothing. Rashford or nothing." Literally,
I think it's Bruno. I think Bruno has 11.
And I'm talking about attacker. What about the next attacker?
Yeah, Martial and Anthony both have 8 in all competitions.
All competitions. Come on, like
Alvarez is City's backup striker. He has 9 in the Prem, guys.
Come on, man. Sometimes people, I think we get caught up too much, man, in, I don't know, man, frustration at certain things. And I understand it, bro. Rashford's performances, especially of late, they haven't been good. I'm not delusional. They haven't. But when somebody drops off, please, somebody else has to pick it up, bro. Somebody else has to pick it up. So that's my thoughts anyway.
Nah, look, I mirror everything you say, bro. Rashford's performances frustrate the hell out of me. As much of a fan as I am of him, I can't be delusional here, bro. Sometimes I look through his game and I think, yo, wow, if this goal doesn't come, bro, this is a rough game for Rashford. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, bro, do your job, please. You can't score 30 goals at the end of a season and blame the you can't have a player who scores 30 goals at the end of the season. All the other attackers barely combined reach 30 goals together.
Does our whole attack combined get 30?
I think you're struggling, bro. Let me read it.
Anthony, Martial, Weghorst, Sancho, Garnacho, all their goals.
Let me tell you. So Martial, Anthony, that's 16 right there. Sancho has 6, which, wow, fair enough. I didn't even know. So Sancho has 6, so that's 22. Garnacho has 5, that's 27. Ronaldo has 3, that's 30.
Snuck in Ronaldo, like we won't notice.
If you don't want to include Ronaldo, then Weghorst 2, 29.
So our whole
we're barely scraping. All of our other attackers combined are barely reaching the tally that Rashford has had on his own. People can say all they want about, it was only a few months. Bro, imagine we didn't have those months. If it's already a few months, imagine we didn't have those months. Yo.
Our whole attack combined have equal Rashford's tally. And Rashford is the one we should be focusing our attention to for slander. Only Man United fans, bro. Only Man United fans. But let me guess, we play better without him. Because, in this new era, goal scorers are the most hated things, So you take out the goal scorer and magically you play better. That's the narrative nowadays for everyone. You know what I mean? Take the goal scorer. He's scoring all the goals. He's holding the team back. Take him out and we'll play so much more fluid. You seen the way? Anyway, his ways.
Nah, look, I think you said all you really had to, bro. I agree with you here that Rashford is the player of the season, but definitely shout out Lissandro.
I agree with this. We don't move the ball right. I agree with that. That's what we need to improve on next season. Massively. Go on.
I got nothing else to add, to be honest with you. I think that's my player of the season, and that's really all the awards I had. So unless anyone got anything last minute they want to drop into the conversation, that's been me and Cam's Manchester United player of the award ceremony. We gave player of the season, best signing, most improved, underrated, worst, most disappointing, all that good stuff. So if you maybe reach this stream any point in the stream, go check out the rest, bro. We had some really good conversations.
Thoughts on the Neymar links? We're actually going to discuss Neymar tomorrow. But you know what I mean, briefly, it's not realistic. It's not real. So, but we're going to discuss Neymar tomorrow. So look out for that. Oh, best performance of the season. What's the best individual performance of the season?
Individual or team?
Let's go individual.
I was gonna say team. I think it's the game against Spurs. I think we were really, really good that game. Individual
best games this season. Okay.
Yeah, I think that game we were really, really strong. Best individual performance. I'm sure it's a Casemiro one. Casemiro, bro, had these games this year where honestly I thought we were looking at like, one of the best. He was playing like a potential best midfielder in the world, bro. He was literally doing everything for us. So it's hard for me to pinpoint one just because, the season has been so long. But if I had to really think, it's one of those Casemiro games, bro. We said it so many times this year, Cam. It was the first time in so long that we were looking at a player at United and really thought, this is a world-class player at the peak of his powers playing at Old Trafford. So it's hard to look past him.
It's hard. Fred versus Barcelona was quite mad.
The second half was nice.
Yeah.
First half, as Fred does. It was a typical Fred performance.
Yeah.
Ericsson against Arsenal was really good. The first game.
You know what a sleeper is? Malacia versus Liverpool was really good.
Agreed.
Malacia versus Liverpool was really good. Best performance of the season.
Lissandro against Liverpool was really good too.
Lissandro, yeah. Even Wan-Bissaka versus Brighton.
Yeah.
Matoma game. That was good. I don't know. What's you guys, people? What's you guys ones? Oh, they are right in it.
Fred was really good against City in the 2-1.
Fred versus Spurs. Yeah, Fred versus Spurs was mad.
That's true.
That was a mad one. Bruno versus Everton OT. Do you remember Rashford versus Everton in the FA Cup?
Yeah. He was nuts that game. Yeah.
Godfrey hasn't recovered. I ain't seen Godfrey since.
That's true.
I ain't seen Godfrey since. Bruno versus Everton OT. Why don't I remember that? What, the other day?
Everton was the other. Yeah, it was when he played deeper, remember? And he was basically like playing so many balls in behind him. It basically gave him like the freedom of the pitch, and he was just like running the show. Yeah, he was really good that game. True.
Anthony versus Nottingham Forest was maybe just because it's better for him.
He was good. Yeah. I think it's one of those Casemiro performances, like in that January, February time. The guy was just Rolls Royce, man. Honestly.
Rashi, boss away. Hey, listen, people. Lastly, let's hope we are saying the performance of the season is in the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
And tomorrow, and Thursday. Let's hope we're saying it's on Thursday, and let's hope we're saying it's in the cup final, man. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters at this point. And I saw a good question. Somebody said, "What are we doing? What new content will we put out during the off season?" We're still working that out. We'll try and get some content out for sure. So we're still discussing that. You know what I mean? Let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see more things, activity stuff? Do you want to see, you know what I mean? Let us know. We're trying to give you guys different content, man. And hopefully we're going to give you guys something a little bit different on Friday as well. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, as we said, we're both going to the game. So yeah, man, guys, anyway, make sure you like, make sure you share, subscribe, turn the notifications on as always. More content is going to be coming. We're doing a little, I'm with Harry tomorrow, with Harry Pinero doing some content as well. So look out for that. And yeah, man, that's all I got to say, really.
Yeah, same, guys. I echo everything Cam said, bro. Like, share, subscribe, notifications on, algorithm. Maybe
we'll make some stuff work, man. We'll connect the dots, man. We'll connect the dots. Yeah, hit the likes. That's important. And drop a comment on the way out, please, people. Just drop a comment on the way out. That's all. All right, we're out.
Peace.